Welcome to the Golden Valley Light Railway video platform. This is a stockbook series video. Ashover Light Railway, coach number 4. Let's take a look around the Ashover Light Railway coach number 4 that we have at the GVLR. This magnificent coach was built by the Gloucester Carriage and Wagon Company in 1924 and delivered to the Clay Cross Company in January 1925 for their Ashover Light Railway venture. The first passenger service on the ALR occurred on the 7th of April, 1925. Sadly, scheduled services only lasted 11 years, with the last regular run occurring during September 1936. The last special service ran in August 1937 in connection with the annual Ashover show. The coach was in store at the Clay Cross Works from 1937 to 1953, before being moved to the company sports ground, where it became the Bowling Club HQ up to 2007. Acquired by the GVLR in October 2007, it has received a major restoration and overhaul and was formally launched back into revenue-earning service on the GVLR on the 16th of August, 2014. The body came without bogies, but a pair of modern replicas of the original 1916 War Department type were obtained and modified to fit. Air brakes have also been fitted. As we move in a bit closer, you can see a faithfully reproduced maker's plate, and in keeping, a general repair plate, stating the GVLR restoration completion date. Note also the gold lining and lettering upon the coach painted body. This was done to exactly match the original ALR scheme. Let's take a look in a bit more detail at one of the ex-War Department style bogies. I have paused the video so we can talk around some of the details. Firstly, this is the combined coupler and buffer of the War Department style that accepts and retains a flattened link with a hole in. Dangling on a chain, this is the pin that retains the link. Then sitting up on the ledge of the bogie is a link adapter to go from this War Department coupler to an Allen coupler. That is the type of coupler that all our passenger service locomotives have. The second arrow is pointing at the hole for the pin on the chain. This is the flexible rubber train brake air pipeline with its connector, and this is the stopcock for it, the on-off tap that allows the air to go to the train braking system and on in turn to the next carriage if coupled up. If we pull our view out and move around a little, then pause again, we can see better the handbrake stand. Then at its top, there is a wheel with a handle that is turned to apply the brakes upon the bogie. Hanging down at the side is a ring and chain that can be used to stop the wheel turning, thus locking the brake on. The majority of the bogie now disappears from our view under the carriage. I have rigged up this view with lighting to reveal the bogie details under the carriage. You can see the axle boxes of this side of the bogie. The train brake air actuator. The cast iron brake blocks. There are 2 more for the wheels of the other side of the bogie. You can just see the rod that joins the blocks for this axle. The axles are sprung with leaf springs. Before we look inside the coach, I am going to touch upon its history and 7-year restoration here at the GVLR. In this Google Earth historical image taken in 2007, you can see, just off John Street at Clay Cross, Derbyshire, United Kingdom, the Ashover coach number 4, when it was being used as the clubhouse at the Works Crown Green Bowling Ground. I have enlarged and highlighted it for you. We then see it later that year in position, as it sat at the bowling green, before it was transported to the GVLR and put into the newly constructed running shed ready for its restoration, as shown in the second photograph from the GVLR archives. The restoration work was extensive and resulted in the outstanding historical artifact that the coach is today. What and how things were done will be the subject of another complete video to come in the future. There is also quite a lot of information about the restoration available online via our website. I have included a link to it in the description of this video. Now, let's open the sliding coach door and climb up into the vestibule. There are similar doors at the other corners of the coach, and an identical vestibule at the opposite end to which I am climbing into. I am going to pause here and point out the train brake pipe pressure gauge and the emergency brake application valve which sit up on the bulkhead of the first passenger compartment. I will also point out the polished brass pole with leather hand straps upon. There is one on each side of the coach. They are for the use of standing passengers. As I walk down the central corridor, past the bench seats on each side of the carriage, there is a partition with a commemorative plaque upon, above the sliding door opening. The plaque is in memory of Mr. John Lucas. He was a generous donor to the Restoration Appeal Fund for the Ashover coach that was run by the GVLR. I then make my way further down the coach, upon the ribbed wooden corridor of the larger of the two passenger compartments, towards the vestibule at the other end. The guard's flags are on the seat, ready for the coach's next outing, along with what looks like his water bottle. As I move into the vestibule, you can see that there is a fold-down seat, above which are two opening windows. The guard could raise one of these to access the handbrake wheel. As I turn and look down the coach, you can clearly see what a fantastic job our team of volunteers made of the restoration of this historic railway coach. Look at the beautifully recreated bench seats. The drilled pattern was faithfully reproduced using some of the original seat decking. There are a total of 15,600 holes, all drilled by one of our volunteers, Mr. Barry Lynham. Then as I make my way back down to the vestibule that we entered via, you can see on the floor another one of the coupling adapters. This is ready for use to join the bogie at this end of the coach to one of our standard Allen couplers. And finally, to bring this video to a close, did you know that you could have your own Ashover light railway coach? The GVLR helped with the production of the Bachmann 009 narrow gauge scale model that is available from all good model shops. I have put a link in the description of this video to the model on the Bachmann site. Further information on the Ashover coach, plus comprehensive information upon each of the two steam locomotives, the 19 diesel and 2 battery electric locomotives, plus the 11 coaches and 34 wagons that currently have a home at the GVLR, can be found in our new stockbook publication. It has 40 pages with 45 full-color quality photos that cover the locomotives plus the other notable coaches and wagons. It is available to purchase online via our website. I have put a link to it in the description to this video. That concludes this stockbook series video about the Ashover Light Railway Coach No. 4 at the Golden Valley Light Railway. Don't forget to like the video by clicking the thumbs up icon, and if you want, leave us a comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.